Now, ladies and gentlemen, welcome everyone back to an episode of CSGO News. This is the series where I show and tell you what's been going on in the CSGO community this past week. That, of course, can have anything to do with the CSGO pro scene. Maybe a new or older player is returning or leaving their current team, which is very good to know. We also talk about the CSGO investing scene. If something goes up or down in a very short period of time, it's good to know if it's stable or very volatile, or if you just sell or buy if you have that current item right now. Future updates, maybe something you've missed this past week that was kind of miscellaneous. And lastly, what's been going on the content creator side of things. Is there anything fishy going on, or if people created or tried to create some very interesting skins? And in today's video, we're pretty much going to be touching all bases like we just talked about right there. Now, quickly before we do so, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you hit that like button and of course subscribe. And here's a quick word from our video sponsor, Skins Monkey.
Now, today's video sponsor is of course Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is currently the easiest and also fastest way you can buy, but most importantly, trade your CSGO skins. All you have to do is make sure you have your trade link, and on your first trade, if you have a leftover balance, it goes towards your current balance that can be used the next time you end up trading skins. It has 3 ways you can inspect, but most importantly has a very in-depth inspect feature that you can see corners on a karambit, for an example, that you can't really see otherwise unless you have the item in-game. If you end up topping up your balance, make sure to use promo code MANDO to get up to a 35% deposit bonus and a free $5 on the first trade.
The first thing I want to take a look at is a report from Astralis. Apparently, Device is set to return to them in the next couple of days, and they're probably going to release something with that. So this has been in the talks and in the works, I suspect, for the past few months. This has been suspected before the Rio Major qualifiers even happened. If you guys don't know, Astralis didn't end up qualifying for the Rio Major, which is their first major in a very long time they haven't qualified for, which kind of sucks. Really, ever since their team broke up and you had Magisk and Dupree go to a different team and then Device leave, the entire roster fell apart. It was really hard to rebuild just off of Xyp9x in the core lineup they already had, and it just wasn't the same. So I think with him returning, their team is definitely going to be very, very good. The next thing is to make sure you confirm and do your pick'ems for the Rio Major if you bought the pass and you want to, of course, get the diamond coin, or at least try. Now, I have to talk about this because I feel like every single year there's always that one bozo, or one of my friends specifically, who forget to do it and they actually have no chance whatsoever of getting that diamond coin, which this year I feel like it's going to be a little harder, but it's not going to definitely be impossible. I feel like most people are going to pass the challenger stage, no problem whatsoever. The next thing I want to talk about is trade ups. These have been absolutely crazy the past couple years, but specifically the past 2 days, I feel like I've never seen any more loss and any more pain in my entire life. So the first one I'll take a look at is by Trainwrecks TV. Previously a gambling Twitch streamer, now he's of course a CSGO content creator. It seems to be on Twitch every once in a while, even though he has played in the past. But he recently tried to trade up to a blue gem AK, and he was so close of hitting it. I don't really know the exact odds, but I believe you're in the million percentage. But he traded up for a minimum wear one, and it would have been worth $50,000. But of course, he lost the 1 out of 2 chance, the 50-50 right there, or close to that, and got the Desert Eagle Hypnotic, which is always trap. But it had the pattern of 661, the same one as the most expensive AK, that Anomaly unboxed, for example, just a few years ago. And that could have been an easy $50,000 for him, but then, of course, he lost that. And I feel like the odds might have been even more crazy for him to get the Desert Eagle 661 rather than the AK. And then, of course, next up, you have OniPixel and Anomaly doing trade-ups from Sparkles. So Sparkles approached OniPixel this morning on today's date of being October 26th, was like, hey, bro, I'm going to give you these skins, do them on your stream. I'm going to make a video out of it. And whatever you get, we split the earnings. So if you get a blue gem AK, or in this chance, in this example, he was trading up to the #1 Wild Lotus, then they get 50% each, which I think would have been 15, 20K each, which would just be crazy. But it was a 10% chance, wasn't anything too crazy. I was kind of expecting them honestly to hit it. I was like, this is a decent opportunity for them too.
#1 lowest float AK White Lotus. 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 Fuck the student. Boom! Oh no. Why the bug?
You got the bug?
Fuck!
Oh.
I'm sorry, Sparkle.
And they didn't hit the trade up, and it was so painful. I feel like OniPixel out of everybody here has the worst luck with trade ups, worst luck with unboxings as of recently, obviously with that Kato 14 unbox when he unboxed that Titan Hollow. Just pure pain. And of course, there's some other things to cover. The Gungnir for CSGO has been getting a lot of traction recently, a lot of attention. Sparkles just crafted the very #1 the other day. I believe he just sold it. The reason I want to talk about it is because it's becoming very expensive, and it's becoming a thing that's compared and being better to the Dragon Lore for a lot of people. I think personally, the Dragon Lore is always a classic skin, always going to be the very cream of the crop. But the gun gear by far, I think, is one of the best looking skins in all of CSGO because of that just pearlescent effect. But with that, all the skins inside of it, like the Negev, are going to absurd prices, and people are not getting necessarily upset by it, but it's definitely something to talk about because they're so expensive. Factory new Dragon Lore right now is $8,600, the gun gear is $77, and the Negev to trade up for the gun gear is $1,100 for this Negev, which is just crazy. And these things are probably going to be pretty much pushed out of existence eventually because people are just going to use these in trade up. And this is the whole Norse collection itself. The Desert Eagle Normangander is in it, of course. This thing went from crazy prices a couple years ago, from almost a little under $60 to over $150 in just a couple months after Shattered Web. And some other things to take a look at and note. The Antwerp capsules are going a little crazy in price. People are wondering if it's market manipulation, FOMO, and people just unboxing these, or people storing these in their inventory and trying to manipulate the market. And that's exactly, I think, what's going on. So the Antwerp Legends capsule, especially the autograph, 19,000 quantity now in the market, which is an all-time low, and before just a couple days ago, it was above 60, which is just kind of crazy. 34 cents per capsule, so not that expensive for how many we have on the market. And right there, already looks kind of sus in some sort of way, in the fact because it's so low in quantity, people aren't grasping to try and unbox these right now. And if you have some right now, it's too risky right now, in my personal opinion, to sell and also buy. If you want to sell, make that free profit, make like 5 or 6 cents, go for it. But I think these things have a chance to go a little farther, and same with the rest of these capsules. In the next few weeks, we could see these go back to 25 cents and a little over that, just like we have just for a couple of these right now. So I think that will continue to follow suit. And that pretty much wraps up today's episode of CSGO News. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I know I did myself. Make sure to not do any trade-ups. And stay tuned for some more in-depth videos on the market later this week. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.